In this crochet flower tutorial, you will learn how to crochet such beautiful curled petal flower. For work you need a ball of yarn and a crochet hook. Begin the work by making a chain of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And join the chain in the round by making a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. We got a ring. Begin the first round. In this round we are going to do single crochet stitches. For this, make a chain and make 23 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Continue till you will get 23 single crochet stitches. I'm about to complete this round. Once we have done 23 single crochet stitches, insert the hook into the first chain stitch on the beginning of this round by making a slip stitch. The first round is done. Begin the second round. It will be a round of the base for the petals. Make a chain of 5 to bring up the yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over the hook twice. Insert the hook into the fourth chain stitch away from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And make a treble crochet into the fourth chain stitch. We have just done the base for the small petal, and we continue the work. Make a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now begin the base for big petal. For this, yarn over 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then skip the first stitch. Insert the hook into the second stitch. Pull up a loop, then pull through 2 loops 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over twice. And now insert the hook into the third horizontal strands from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. You should work into 2 loops of these horizontal strands. I insert the hook into 2 loops of the third horizontal strands, pull up a loop, then pull through 2 loops twice, 1 and 2. We have 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. We have just made the complex stitch that is base for the big petal. Make a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now make complex stitch for the small petal. Yarn over 3 times. Skip the first stitch. Insert the hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook into the first horizontal strands. You should work into 2 loops of the first horizontal strands. Pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops twice. 1 and 2. We have 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over and pull through all loops. Here the first complex stitch, and this is the second one. In this complex stitch I replace one stitch to the chain because I have made it at the beginning. I remind you that they will be the base for the small petals. And this complex stitch is the base for the big petal. And now let's make one more base for the big petal. Make a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the first stitch, insert the hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over twice. Insert the hook into the third horizontal strands from the bottom. You should work into 2 loops, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops twice. Then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. We have just done 4 bases, where 2 of them for the small petals and other 2 for big petals. You should continue and alternate with small and big petals. In total it should be 12 bases, where 6 of them are for the big petals, other 6 are for the small petals. We're finishing the round of the bases for the petals. Make the last chain space made of 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to complete this round, insert the hook into the top of the cluster by working with a slip stitch. Round 2 is done. Let's look at work. We have just done the base for the petals, where 6 of them are the bases for big petals and other 6 are the bases for small petals. Begin the first petal. It will be the small petal. For this, turn the work so that you can work with the chain and stitches. As you can see, we have a ring. Work into this ring. Make 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 2 single crochet into the complex stitch. 1 and 2. Here is the complex stitch. Then insert the hook into the single crochet. Complex stitch came out from the chain at the beginning. And I insert the hook into the next stitch, like this. Turn the work. I will crochet single crochet stitches. Make 4 single crochet in a row. I skip the first stitch and begin to make 4 single crochet in a row from the second stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 single crochet 3 times. 1, make the second time through the next stitch and the third time through the next stitch. Let's look what we have now. We have done one side of the small petal. Please to pay attention that you should remember this last stitch that we made 2 single crochet. Here is it. You should remember this stitch, please. Continue working with the second half of the petal. Turn the work. Make 7 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Turn the work, make a chain, then 7 single crochet in a row in backwards direction. Begin from the first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one. Insert the hook into the next stitch by making a slip stitch. Make a chain, turn the work. As you can see clearly, this is the stitch that I requested to remember. Insert the hook into this stitch and make a slip stitch into this stitch. It needs to be done for the transition to the next petal. I'm going to make with this chain space. Make 7 single crochet into this chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Insert the hook into the complex stitch by making a slip stitch. Now we can begin the big petal, and we stop at this point and look at small one. We have just done the first small petal. Here how it looks. Let's take a look at the back side of the small petal. This is front side. Let's make the big one. On the beginning, I will crochet one side as I did in the small one, then the opposite side. Turn the work. 5 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue 5 single crochet into the complex stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the last one. Turn the work. I made a complex stitch in this stitch and insert the hook into the next stitch by making a single crochet. Turn the work again. skip the first stitch and make 4 single crochet in a row from the second one. 1, 2 through the next stitch, make the third one and the fourth one through the next stitch, then half double crochet through the next stitch, then double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet and treble crochet through the next stitch, make double crochet and treble crochet, yarn over twice to work with treble crochet and make treble crochet into the same stitch. 2 treble crochet into each of next 2 stitches. Make the first time, and make the second time, then 3 treble crochet through the next stitch. Make the first treble crochet, the second treble crochet and make the third one into the same stitch. Well done. As we did in the small petal, you should remember this stitch that we just worked into. It is the last stitch of the previous row in this side. Now continue making stitches on the other side. Make 6 treble crochet into the ring. Turn the work and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. We have just done 6 treble crochet stitches, then double crochet, then half double crochet into the same stitch and single crochet into the same ring. Turn the work, make a chain and make single crochet stitches in a row. Let's count. Insert the hook into the first stitch by making a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We have just done 9 single crochet. Insert the hook through the next stitch. Take the working yarn, pull it through by making a slip stitch. Then 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the work, insert the hook into the stitch that I requested to remember. Insert the hook like this. Take the working yarn, pull it through by making a slip stitch. And we can begin the next petal. Make 7 single crochet into the chain space. Then we will stop and look at work. Let's make them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Insert the hook into the complex stitch by making a slip stitch, and you can continue crocheting the next petal, and we stop and look at work. The curled big petal is ready. We have learned how to make a small and big curled petals. Keep working in this way till the end of this round. And I remind you, in total it should be 12 of them, where 6 of them are big petals and other 6 are small petals. Here my 12 petals are ready. I have made 7 single crochet into the chain space. And to complete the round and the flower, insert the hook into the complex stitch by making a slip stitch. The flower is ready and you can cut off the yarn. As a result, we have got a beautiful flower with 12 curled petals. If you wish, you can add a bead to the center. I will. Let's take a look at the back side. And it is front. Thanks for watching.